Welcome everyone. Let me brag about you. What you need to heal and advice is today's pick a card. We have three options. Option 1 with the diamond, option 2 the petrified wood, and option 3 sodalite. Take a deep breath. And exhale. Timestamps are in the description box. Pause the video if you need more time to choose. See you at your option. Welcome, option 1. You chose the diamond, so we're going to brag about you in just a second. Before we move into your reading, I just want to let you guys know, if you don't already, that I have an Etsy store with these healing natural gemstone real gold-filled bracelets. You can find the link in the description box. It has a special discount code for all my subscribers, so if you're interested in that, go ahead and check it out. All right, diamond, the number 20 here. So pile number 1, you guys, let me just say, you guys have been through a lot in this lifetime, but boy, did you guys glow after. I mean, I'm seeing lotus flower. That may be a symbol for you. I just see you as someone who, first of all, you're gorgeous. You're just glowing and you just shine, right? You have something special about you that is coming from your core. It's not... And it's like you've lapidated yourself throughout you've polished yourself. You've really worked on yourself. So I just hear no excuses, no excuses. You don't really find excuses for yourself. You're definitely someone who is stoic. You've been through a lot of pressure, a lot of heat in your life, literally or metaphorically. But you still... It just made you better. It just made you into this beautiful being. I don't know how else to put it. What didn't kill you actually made you stronger. And you definitely are the epitome of, it's not what happened to me, it's how I chose to deal with it, really. And so kudos to you and congratulations, because that is not easy, to constantly train your mind to think positively and to be grateful. It really is the surest way to keep moving and to keep rising in life. But you know, not everyone practices this, and I feel you guys really do. And because of that, you just, it's like you take care of your mind, you take care of your soul, you take care of your body. If things don't go your way, you just focus on yourself. That's what I'm seeing here. Whenever you can't control an external situation, you focus on yourself, which is beautiful. So I'm just seeing pile number 1. I'm just seeing gorgeous people watching this pile, gorgeous people inside and out, because your beauty really shines from the inside out. It's like, even if you don't wear any makeup, even if you don't do anything special, you're constantly working on your health, you're constantly working on your body, you're constantly working on how you can improve yourself physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. How can you show up as a better person? And it's like you have your priorities where they should be. And you know, you understand that life's not always going to be glamorous or happy, and you just get through the tough times. The way you do it is you just go through them. You don't try to dodge or sweep anything under the rug, or you don't try to push your feelings away. You feel through everything, and you go through everything you need to go through, even if it's a desert, even if it's not having love in your life for a while, or people altogether, or you just, there's this beautiful acceptance here. And really relying on yourself when you know you can't rely on other people. Now, of course, no person is an island. We are not here to be completely independent from each other. Some of us are learning about how to heal codependency, but we're really here to learn from each other, to relate to each other. And you understand that as well. So there's this beautiful balance. You do understand that, but you also understand that sometimes things in relationships don't go the way you want them to, and you take your time to then focus on something else. You don't really push or force things. You allow the natural flow, and you only push for the things that you can control, that are about you and how you can show up in your better version, because you understand that that is what's going to attract exactly everything you need and the abundance you need in your life. And that is quite beautiful. Pile number 1. Beautiful. Congratulations for, you know, the beautiful human being that you are, you know? Okay. The number 20 could be relevant to you, as well as the number 2. Okay, so let's see what else we have. We're going to start with the oracle cards. Okay, we have the snake here. You could have Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio in your chart. Okay, so even though you understand interdependence, I do feel that you are quite self-sufficient, and you're someone who can go for large amounts of time without really talking to anyone. You can really fill your time, and you are very complete within yourself. And the only thing that is missing from you is what others can bring to you. But you also understand that that happens when others want to, or when it's time. You don't really force anything here, because you already have it within you. I see you are someone who is very magical, but I don't think that you realize just how magical you are. And I feel that there are a few things that are still going to awaken in you. Everything you know about yourself, you still don't know it all. There are still talents and things about you that are magical that you have no idea. You actually have powers within you that you don't see as powers. They're superpowers. Maybe you know you have these characteristics, but you don't really see them as magical. You think they're just normal, where they're not. There's this enormous creative potential within you that I don't think you've tapped into just yet, but you will. You're definitely someone who is highly spiritual, whether you identify as someone who's spiritual or not. You're just a creative life force. There's something about you that's still going to awaken here, and it's dormant. You have this potential of being very, very prosperous. You are someone who's very charismatic. Definitely, I'm seeing like stardom energy here. It's charismatic. People are just drawn to you because of all these qualities that you possess. Okay. I'm just figuring out if we're going to keep going with the oracle cards. Yeah, we are. So we have athlete. Okay, so yeah, look at this. Dedication. So you're just a spiritual athlete, whether you're also physically an athlete. Okay, that could be the case. Maybe you do go to the gym, or you do work on your muscles in your body. I did see someone who works on themselves, but this is what I'm being called to. Dedication to transcending physical limits. I feel these are also emotional, mental, and spiritual limits. You're dedicated to transcending all your limitations, including handicaps. Because you are invested in the development of personal willpower, and you possess a strength of spirit because you trust that things can actually go your way. I feel people who don't have this mindset are basically people who don't believe that they can transcend their physical limitations, and that's the first limitation that they have to transcend. But wow, you're just an athlete at heart. Mentally and spiritually, what you are is an athlete. You like to transcend your limitations, whatever they may be, physical, mental, whatever they may be. You like to dedicate yourself to transcending. That's the challenge you need. That is the challenge that keeps you going. And this is why any pressure that was created to bring you down, or even if it wasn't on purpose, whatever happened to you in life, it actually made you stronger because you have this mindset about you. Beautiful. We have advocate. The letter A may be significant to you. Advocate here inspires you to put compassion into action. So you are someone who is very compassionate. Most likely you have a really good body as well. Harmonious body. The way you look is really beautiful. I do see a lot of inner and outer beauty here. And there's something here that you need to know. The way you radiate on the outside, however you shine, whatever beauty or good looks or in shape you are on the outside, is because of what's going on for you spiritually, emotionally, and mentally, okay? It's a reflection of that. So if at any time you feel like you're losing it externally, you're looking in the mirror, you don't like what you see, you don't have that glow in your, sparkle in your eye, it's because something is going on with you spiritually, mentally, or emotionally that needs tending to. And how do you do that? You start doing things that make you happy, whatever that may be. Even if you feel it will make you happy in the moment, just go and do these things because they will make you happy, okay? I do also feel that you advocate for for the underdog. I do see you advocating for people who can't stand up for themselves, or who can't be this dedicated to transcending their own limitations. I feel you are someone who, you're there for other people and helping them transcend their own limitations as well. You don't do it just for yourself, but you use yourself as an example. And because you do it and you've done it, you're really good at, I'd say, probably even coaching people. Yeah, okay. Virgin, maintaining symbolic purity of heart and spirit. So you're very pure of heart and spirit, and of course, because it's because you're focused on how you can improve yourself, right? You're not focused on other people, what they're doing. You're not jealous. You understand that you can do anything anyone else is doing, because you understand that you can count on yourself. You don't really need to bring anyone down. You don't really need to imitate anyone. You just understand your heart and your soul are very pure. And so everything you do in your life, you move around with this purity because you're focused on the things that you can control, and you don't try to control. So you don't try to control anything that is outside of your what is the word for this? Nothing that is outside of your realm, right? Your realm of... I see you are very respectful of other people's boundaries. That's what I think I need to say here. You have a clear understanding of what is acceptable and what is not here, okay? And only with this purity of heart and spirit could you be this diamond anyway. Could you be shining. If you have ill intentions, or if you're controlled by some form of addiction, or it will always end up showing on the outside. And I feel you are very pure, and if anything, you're addicted to being the best version of yourself, really, is what I'm seeing here. Okay, should we do some... Okay, I just pre-shuffled this tarot deck, so let's see. Four of Pentacles. There are things that you are very dedicated to, that you don't really negotiate, right? Your soul is not for sale, and you're not negotiating, right? Your values, your morals, whatever that may be, what is important to you is non-negotiable. You could be really good at saving money or being organized. With the number 4, I see discipline. Of course, you have to be disciplined. That is your mindset. The Emperor. And you're definitely in charge of your destiny. You're not really allowing any other human being to direct your boat here. You could have Aries in your chart. The number 4, again, we have 2 4s. You're definitely extremely disciplined, and because of the amount of discipline and you apply to your life, and I'm also seeing an energy of being of service to others, but it's like you take care of yourself, you fill your cup out, so when you need to help someone, you're ready to do so. It's not that you're overextending yourself, you're draining yourself, then you're no good to yourself or anyone else. I'm seeing the contrary. You take care of your priorities, take care of yourself so that you can be there in case anyone really truly needs you. You will be there. And you know to discern who truly needs your help and who you could be enabling by doing something that they can do for themselves. Like, you have a clear understanding of the difference of the two. 4 plus 4 is an 8. You're definitely headed towards stable prosperity, even if you're not at that point now. I see either you are or you're becoming good at saving money. King of Pentacles, yes, absolutely. It seems like you are good with the practical side of life here, with organizing yourself, taking care of your body, taking care of the practicalities. You've got everything under control. That is your realm, your life. Whatever you can control, you control very, very well. And I see you're either wealthy or you're on the road to becoming very wealthy. I see your health is in check. I see here that you're good at investing. You're good at managing resources. I do see that. And if you have a business, or you're really good at being at the top of that business, or you're really good at allocating resources, like you know how to budget, you know how to save, you know how to invest, you know how to spend, right? There's a good balance here when it comes to your money. You also know, with the 5 of Pentacles, how to go through times when you don't have so much. You're good at managing small amounts of money as well as big amounts of money with the 5 of Pentacles there. You never really lost when it comes to the material world, and you don't really panic either. If you have more, you have more. If you have less, you have less. But you always save for a rainy day. And sometimes that rainy day comes and you have the money there, then you're zeroed out again, but then you build again. One thing is for sure, I feel the universe will never leave you in a state of lack, okay? 8 of Wands, because you always come back stronger. Yeah, you always have this, it's almost like if something happens, you come back 8 times stronger with that 8 of Wands there. And any sense of being in a state of lack financially will, or health-wise even, will propel you, and it's going to act like a spring for you to go even higher, even further in life. So if anything, it motivates you more. Okay? Wow, beautiful. So what else? How can we brag about you? Aries. Yeah, Aries did come out. Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo could be in your chart as well. The 12, Pisces, and North Node. You really like to take action here when it comes to living in your purpose. That's very important to you, to live with purpose, in your purpose, and with intention, to direct your life intentionally. And you're highly spiritual, you're highly connected to the higher realms, but also to the more dense 3D reality. So it's like you have this very balanced bridge between both. You never forget about either. And I do feel you're also very selfless at the same time. It's like you want to be strong to be a good example for other people, and so that you can be there for other people if they truly need it one day. It's like you're very stable presence in other people's lives. And you're physically really, really sensual as well, and just well put together. Your physical body is very, very appealing here. And you have the potential to be healthy for a very, very long time if you keep going this way with this mindset. The number 12. You're always progressing. The number 3, you're a good communicator. You could have Gemini in your chart. You're always moving forward no matter what. See, no matter what, 5 of Pentacles, that's lack. Eight of Wands. You always move forward no matter what. No matter how you feel, no matter what you have, no matter where you are, you keep moving forward. Okay, so let's get some more information. Yeah, healing. You are very focused on healing. That is something that is center stage for you. And you have very healing hands, whether you're aware of this or not. Every time you cry, you heal. The number 21, now we have mirrored numbers 21, 12. Okay, that may be numbers that you see a lot. 3, 3, also you are connected to the Ascended Masters, just so you know, in case you didn't. The more you cry, the more you heal, and you have a lot of healing potential with your palm chakras, okay? You can heal with your hands. You have healing hands, so anything you touch basically heals. And it's because you yourself are constantly working on healing. Procrastination. You may tend to procrastinate and you may need to heal. There are certain things that you procrastinate on. So what I see here is that you heal and you take action and you're very disciplined. But there are other things that could take you further that you tend to sleep on. And so if your life doesn't progress even further, it's because there are things that you're sleeping on that you're procrastinating on. And if you allowed yourself, if you included the time in your day as a new routine, as a new, you can always find time. You're someone who definitely has this ability to always find time for something. But it may be that at times you may find it hard to add things to your plate. And so you're being nudged by Spirit to add that thing to your plate, even if it's just half an hour a day. Don't sleep on it, because with the number 8 there, that has the ability to bring in a lot of stable prosperity. Discover your life purpose. I do feel you are dedicated to either discovering or following your life purpose, and that may be the thing that you're procrastinating on. So don't sleep on your life purpose is what Spirit's message is. So far, you've come so far, but now it's like you need to either discover what your life purpose is, or if you already know what it is, you need to direct yourself in that way. Don't procrastinate when it comes to your life purpose. It's time to start taking action. If you don't know what your life purpose is, I do life purpose reports based on your natal tropical astrological chart. You can find my email in the description box for that in case you're interested. The number 29 could be relevant to you, and the number 2. 2 is coming out twice, so the angel number 22 may be significant to you. Now we have another 20, so we have angel number 2020. So 2020 vision, you have 2020 vision, if not physically, spiritually with your mind's eye, okay? Family and your tribe are very important to you, and you are always there for them. And again, your physical body is absolutely stunning. And if you don't see that, it's because you're procrastinating on physical exercise, and once you do, then you will see what I mean. Or maybe you already know what I mean. Family and tribe are very important to you, and no one gets left behind. And you will defend your family and your tribe, and by tribe I mean your chosen family, be that friends or whoever, animals, right? And you will defend them till the end, because you're ready. You're an athlete. You're mentally ready. You are physically ready. You are spiritually ready to be there for who needs you. 22, you are on the right path. 222, it could be also a number that you see a lot. Courage. Yeah, you are someone who is very courageous. You're very brave, especially when you need to defend or protect or coach or help someone. But especially if you need to defend and protect, you are very courageous. You are an advocate for those who cannot defend themselves. But it takes courage, because sometimes you feel fear in the face of things that you feel are overwhelming. The number 30 could be relevant to you, as well as the number 3. I do feel with the word courage here, you do take action from your heart space. I do see that you do follow your heart most times. So before we finish, I just want a word of advice. So we have the last oracle card, cancel, clear, delete. Use only positive words and thoughts as they're rapidly manifesting into form. I don't think you guys need much advice, really. Archangel Michael is coming through. I feel Archangel Michael is someone you work with. I do feel you constantly use these positive words and thoughts. You understand manifestation. You do rapidly manifest things into form. I feel you are a strong, powerful manifester, to be honest. You could be very connected to the archangels. But when in doubt, okay, the only piece of advice is if you ever feel down and in doubt, just ask the angels to cancel any effects of past negative thinking that you may be dealing with, and ask them to cancel, clear, and delete, basically. Pile number 1, that is your reading. It was a pleasure to read for you guys today. I hope this was helpful. Thank you for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. It helps the channel. It helps to bring you more. Extra content is on Patreon, and for the healing bracelets, you can find them on my Etsy store, and there's a special discount in the description box below. Bless you all. See you sometime soon. Bye. Until next time. Welcome, pile 2. You chose this petrified wood. So this is going to be a reading, but before we move into your reading, I would like to mention my Etsy store that is open with these healing bracelets, natural gemstones, real gold filled. You can find the link with a special discount code to these in the description box in case you're interested. And when you go to the Etsy store, you can find out about each bracelet and their healing properties, okay? So the number 43 could be relevant to you, as well as the number 7. Petrified wood. You're definitely on a spiritual path, but there's still a lot in you that is a little bit crystallized. There's still a lot in you that you worry about, or there's still some fear there, okay? There's still some areas in your life where you feel stuck. But nothing you can't solve, because first we're going to be bragging about you, then we're going to see what you may need to heal. The number 43, the number 7. But you know what? There's something about you that you're very patient with yourself. You know you're going to get through things. You know you're going to heal the fear. And you're just patient. You don't mind waiting. You don't pressure yourself. You allow yourself to go through things. And you're very patient with others. I'm also seeing someone who is patient. When you cook, you're patient. You don't, yeah. You trust in universal timing. You're someone who is good at going with the flow. You're also patient with your own healing, which is good. You know you heal when you heal, and you understand that once you do heal, then things will unblock and you will get the things that you want to get in life, and you will go where you want to go. Until then, you're just patient with your own healing. You don't try to rush things. In general, you're very patient. There's something about your beauty that is timeless, right? That fits in any era, right? Like if you were to photograph yourself with different attires, like Egyptian or 18th century or Louis XIV's court in France, like kind of Marie Antoinette, if you were to wear one of those big wigs with, you know, the very pale skin or whatever, or if, you know, you look more like, dress up more indigenously, and or more like just different times in history. Or you're also quite chameleonic. I see, like there's something timeless and chameleonic about the way that you can traverse times and looks even. So I wouldn't be surprised if you have some Gemini in you. I do see that maybe the way you look also changes a lot throughout the years. From one year to the other, you can look completely different. You could be someone who is now quite skimpy, or just really quite, what's the word for it? some people say scrawny or really, really thin because you feel like it, or just because you've gone through a few things and your hair is a bit longer and you look like one thing. The next year you start working on your body and you cut your hair and you're a completely different person. That's the kind of energy I'm seeing here. I do see you've been through a lot of physical changes in your life. You've looked several different ways, because I also feel that you can, however you think you can look, you can transform yourself. It's like this shape-shifting energy where it starts in your mind. If you want to look a certain way, chances are within a few weeks or months you will be looking the way you've projected with your mind's eye. It's quite a superpower. And now that I'm seeing mind's eye, I'm seeing this twirl there in the, what do you call this, the third eye chakra energy, which is quite beautiful. Petrified wood. You understand that you have a clear understanding of universal timing and divine timing. And you understand that certain things don't happen at a certain time because they're meant to happen when they're meant to happen. And if they happen any earlier, then it wouldn't happen the way they're supposed to. So you want things to happen when they're good, when it's going to be good, right? You don't want just things just for the sake of them to then. I also see you're someone who doesn't, you don't settle. You know what you want, you know what you like, and you don't settle for anything else. Not that it's less or more, you just don't settle for anything else. And no matter how long it takes, you want to make sure you get what you want, basically. But you understand if the time is not now, then you'd rather just, keep going however you are going, rather than just have something else substitute that thing, whatever it is. Thing, person, situation, circumstance, whatever that is for you, okay? Right, beautiful. So now we got the wolf. Okay, with the wolf here. Okay, so you could have Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo in your chart. Lone wolf. So yeah, you're patient even when it comes to people and hanging out. You don't have FOMO. You're definitely someone who doesn't have FOMO. You're very comfortable spending time on your own. You don't always have to be around people. You're definitely not codependent. You're more independent. Yeah, you're very independent here. You have your own ideas. You're definitely a leader in spirit. Spiritually you're a leader. And you're also a guardian of your family, a protector of your family and your tribe, very similar to pile number 1, actually. And there's also a sense of activism here. So pile 1 was more of like an advocate, and you are someone who definitely, you will take like the bullets. You will really stand in front because you understand that there's a shrewdness and a perception and an intelligence about you and an attention to detail that you have, and also a quick wit that you see that you have to take on that role because other people aren't as capable. So you know your strengths very, very well, and you know that your strengths apply to you as a very good leader. It's like if people around you are living long lives, are healthy, are happy, it's because of you. You're very reliable and you're very fearless as well. So it's like you will sit back and you will save your energy for when you need to use it. You won't just be spending your energy just like that. People see you as a mentor. You could be a really good teacher of maybe religion or politics or or spirituality, a spiritual teacher. And, you know, you'll walk alone if you need to. If no one else agrees with you, you follow your intuition and you know what's right. You'll keep going. You won't really, you're not easily influenced because you're a critical thinker and you know why you do things very well. And you can explain it to people too. Wow. Okay. Let's keep going. Child wounded. You probably felt wounded as a child. There are some wounds from your childhood, very likely. But this has awakened in you the compassion and the desire to help other wounded children and be an inspiration, a mentor, or a leader. Maybe that's, if you're an activist or an advocate, you advocate for children who are wounded. It really deeply resonates with you, because I feel that something in your own childhood has led you on a spiritual path, a path of forgiveness. You learned something from it, but you were also very wounded, and you kind of want to help direct others, whether they're children still or just already adults who have been through the same. You want to direct people into knowing that they too can change, can heal and direct their lives regardless of what they've been through. Now, you could be someone who is or wants to be a foster parent, or you want to adopt, or you just want to work with children. Maybe you already do. Maybe it would be beneficial to you. Child eternal. Something about children is definitely very, very important to you, and your inner child as well. I feel even though you were wounded as a child, you still remained determined to be childlike and have childlike wonder. So it didn't really ruin you, because you still maintained your curiosity. You have this determination to remain young, to keep your mind young, your body young, your spirit. And you have this ability to see things always with fresh eyes, with the curiosity of a child. You don't really take anything for granted. You don't really think that you know everything. You always like to learn. And you always approach life with wonder, with like, oh, this here, that there. Isn't this wonderful? Isn't that wonderful? That's beautiful. Pioneer. And in some way, shape, or form, you are a pioneer in your own right. You have brilliant ideas. You have epiphanies, you have breakthroughs, and you have this passion for doing or creating things that have not been done before, or at least that haven't been done in the way you do them before. You innovate, you're innovative in some way, shape, or form. You always innovate because there's this freshness about you. You may see the same product from a different angle. Like other people may see, oh, this thing here, yeah, I've seen this before, whatever, it's done. No, you can elaborate on that and make it better. Wild. Yeah, there's something about you that is very pure, very connected to nature, but also you're very connected to your more animal side. You're not fully rational. You allow yourself to take risks. You're definitely very sensual. You're hot. Okay, that's what I'm seeing here. Someone who is very attractive, because there's something about you that is very untamed. You have a wild side to you. The number 15 could be relevant. The number 6, Taurus and Libra energy. You could have Taurus or Libra in your chart. So you're very magnetic, very attractive. You could have darker hair. It doesn't have to be, because we're going to get a bunch of other cards. But there's something that remains, even though on the outside you could be very controlled and very patient. When you can activate your wild side, you definitely will do that. Soulmate. You have a soulmate. Okay. What about the soulmate? The number 14 could be relevant. The number 5, this soulmate has changed you or will change you in some way, or it's important for you to have a soulmate. What about the soulmate? Pride. Okay, so there's a message here of healing. Don't let pride get in your way of connecting to your soulmate. Don't allow the mask that you sometimes feel you need to wear to show you're strong, stoic, whatever, to get in the way of experiencing the soulmate, because you may regret that. Allow your wild side to come out when it comes to the soulmate. Allow the soulmate to change you, because your connection to the soulmate is transmuting you from negative to positive. It's the number 7. Pride can really be an obstacle between you and having this beautiful connection that is so healing and transformative. Patience. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Patience. Definitely patient. You allow time for things to transform, and things do. The more patient you are, the more things work behind the scenes. I'm doing this, so maybe you were into the Rubik's Cube somehow, or you're patient with the Rubik's Cube. 5-5, angel number 55. You undergo a lot of changes in your life, and things are changing. You're definitely temperance. I'm seeing temperance with the number 14 here. So again, temperance is about patience. You're very tempered, very patient, very balanced, considerate of all the pieces. And you're very intelligent. You're very smart. You know, even if there's something you need to move over here for this to move, and there's other things that need to move. It's like the Rubik's Cube. Your mind, even if you don't know how to solve a Rubik's Cube, it's like your mind works like you can compartmentalize, you know where you need to go, start to what leads to what leads to what leads to what to the end result. That's you. And you're patient with the process. You like the challenge of transmuting. You're an alchemist. Okay, we didn't get the tarot yet. 6 of Wands, you're meant to win at life, and you normally do, whether you're aware of that or not. You're meant to be victorious. The Empress, Taurus, Libra, again, you are meant to get it all in your life. Everything. The love, the abundance, the family, the support, the looks, the circumstances you want. Be where you want to be when you want to be. Be free. It's basically you're meant to get into this lifetime, you're meant to get everything you want. Only thing that could get in the way of that sometimes is a false perception that you have to play a certain role, wear a certain mask to please others. You absolutely don't. You kind of know that already, but part of you still wears that mask at times. At other times, you fully are authentic and genuine. The more authentic and genuine you are, the more you're going to attract everything you need in this life. Yeah, 10 of Cups. You're meant to be emotionally fulfilled. Wow. And you know what? You're really beautiful. You're really loving. You're really good with the practical side, the spiritual side of life. You're good with your family. You're there for everyone. You make everyone happy. The world. You're meant to have it all, because you have the world in you. You know your place in life, and here and there you may forget it, and you may think that you still need to wear a mask, but you absolutely don't. You're beautiful the way you are. You are abundant and shining, and you're a joy to be around. I do feel that you are a joy to be around, and people just want to be in your presence. And there's something you teach people just by existing, and it's about patience here as well. It's about patience. Advice, cut your cords. Anything connecting you to the notion that you have to wear a mask, could be some lingering child wounding there that you can cut your cords with. So if there's anyone who hurt you or who made you feel you weren't good enough the way you were, that mask of having to pretend, whenever you feel like you have to pretend to like something, you have to pretend to be a certain way, or you have to pretend, whatever pretend is here, ask yourself where this came from, where it started, go back to the root of that and cut those cords with the help of Archangel Michael to clear any old attachments to fear that may stem from past relationships in your childhood, more specifically, freeing you from any destructive patterns. I don't see many destructive patterns, to be honest, but if it's keeping you from experiencing this beautiful soulmate connection, then, because you're meant to have all this happiness, but this mask could be partially stopping you from experiencing this fully. Okay. North Node. It seems like you're about to, or you're already living in your purpose, or maybe you need to find out what your life purpose is. I do life purpose reports based on your tropical natal astrological chart. If you're interested in that, you can find my email in the description box. Aries could be a sign that you have in your chart. And the number 5, things are changing for you. And you're someone who can change your circumstances like this. That's a quality that you have. You're a powerful manifester. Pile number 1 is very similar to this pile, so you may have messages there if you felt attracted to both. That was your message. Bless you all. See you sometime soon. Bye, and until next time. Welcome, pile 3. Last but not least, if you chose the sodalite, this is going to be your reading. The number 52 could be relevant to you, but before we jump into your reading, I would like to mention these healing bracelets that I make. They're handmade. They are natural gemstone, real gold filled, and they are on Etsy. There is a link in the description box with a 10% discount. If you want to know exactly what they heal, because they're healing, you can go onto the description of each one of the bracelets and find out exactly what that is. Not all of these are there yet, but I will be putting them up very, very soon. Okay, the number 52 could be relevant to you, and the number 7. Okay, so similar to pile 2, we have the number 7. So you're definitely on a spiritual path. There's something here with this blue sodalite that is about communication. The throat chakra and communication, that is important here. I feel what you're either a really good communicator or you have the potential to be. And you have the ability to see the truth. So you could be claircognizant, meaning your crown chakra is very connected to the higher realms and you trust your intuition. But I don't know if you always express it. You're really good with communication, or there's a potential for you to be. The deer. Yeah, sometimes you may be scared to say certain things, like a deer in the headlights, if people trigger you enough. You could have Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo in your chart. With the deer there, there's a grace about you that makes you beautiful. There's graceful beauty about you. Something about your eyelashes and your eyes are quite doe-like, doughy. Kind of like very pretty eyes is what I'm seeing here. You're very loving, you're very intuitive, you're very graceful. You have mother-like energy, whether you're a masculine or feminine. You're very nurturing, okay? You're very receptive, very compassionate. You have feminine energy very strongly. Very protective, very concerned, very protective, especially around babies and children, and those who cannot defend themselves. Nature and children are important to you. You're very connected to nature and children. You're a good listener as well. You're a good listener. Detective, you're a good detective. You're good at finding things out, researching. Great powers of observation and intuition. Your intuition always leads you to the truth. And you always have this thirst for the truth. And so you won't rest until you find out what the truth is. And you use your intuition aligned with your powers of observation and your keen mind. Your mind is a very, very quick-witted. There's something about you that's very quick in observing and connecting the dots to find the truth. Aligning with your intuition as well. Saboteur, you may sabotage yourself at times. you could be a lot more powerful. And there's a need for you to focus on reclaiming your power, because you have this fear of being too empowered, because you may connect that to being too seen. And so you prefer to blend in with the background than to be center stage. You may fear what being exposed would, the kind of changes that would bring to your life, and you don't want any exposure. You do want to be exposed to the truth, but you don't want to be exposed as a person. At times you may sabotage yourself with fear, okay? It could be that you sabotage your ability to communicate in some way, shape, or form. Mentor. You could be a powerful mentor, especially to younger people. You have a passion and a wisdom when it comes to refining a student's character or people's character. You like to find out the truth about people so that you can help them, direct them in becoming better people. And so that you know where they're sabotaging themselves. So you want to find the truth so that you can help people, so that you can nurture people, so that you can help people build good character, especially younger people, so they don't sabotage their future, especially if you're a mother. Self-sabotage, but there could be a tendency for you to self-sabotage, and maybe your path in learning about how you've sabotaged yourself, you don't want the same thing to happen to those around you, so you work on this. So you may have some fears, especially the fear of exposure for whatever reason. Maybe you said something in the past and you got punished or ridiculed or judged for whatever you said, because it's communication here. And so now you prefer to blend in. And at times you allow your fears to take over. But you're working on it, and you're working on other people, helping other people. Yeah, you're definitely working on it with alchemy here. You're transmuting this energy as we speak, so good job. Beautiful. You're transmuting negative into positive. Yes, you're working on it. You're working on saying what you mean and meaning what you say. You're working on being more assertive so that you can also teach others. You understand that you've been sabotaging yourself by not speaking up. But of course, this is connected to a wound. Yeah, and so for some time here, you feel like you sold out, but you're realizing that you don't have to do that any longer. You're realizing that you have the power to transmute that, to not have to do that. And once you start working on being more genuine and authentic and healing that part that doesn't allow you to speak up for yourself, to voice whatever's on your mind, to be assertive, that's when your creativity is unleashed. But it's been a process and it's been a journey, but you've taken the road and you're doing the work and you're getting better at it. You're being disciplined with this healing here. So I take my hat off to you, like she's taking her hat off. Spirit is taking their hat off to you for the good work. And you're about to unleash a lot of creativity, because number 31 here is connected to the Five of Wands. You are really good at overcoming these obstacles here. We have to give that to you. And in a way that is very disciplined as well. So congratulations. Like, you've done a really good job overcoming your own self-sabotage, overcoming competition, overcoming obstacles, oppression, challenges in your life. And the more you do it, the more creative you are. Let's see. So you are someone who's very creative despite the challenges. And the more challenged you are, the more creative you become. Maybe you're really good at creating things with your hands. You do have an ingenious mind. You're good at researching and turning your obstacles into stepping stones. You're really good at turning your obstacles into stepping stones. And that makes you quite inventive as well. You're quite inventive with, you could be good at inventing a new product. Maybe you have done that already, but sometimes the past holds you back. Something that happens in the past with the South Node there. You could have Aries in your chart. 10th house, you could have Capricorn in your chart. But one thing you always keep going with is your career and the way you come across is very important to you, the way you're seen, the way you're perceived. And at times it may be the reason why you don't really speak up for yourself, even though you are very good. I feel you're very creative with your words if you want to be. If you want to turn your healing or your process into a book, you could. Sometimes the past holds you back from taking action, and that's the fears. But I feel that's what you're healing as well. The number 10, you're definitely rising to the top here. I feel you're at the top of your game when it comes to career if you want to. If you don't allow these fears to work against you, you can allow these fears to work for you. I feel you have this healthy ability to turn your obstacles into stepping stones, to turn your fears and turn your back on your fears and kick them out and keep going. Because with Aries energy here, I do see you're a warrior. You don't just lay down and roll over. You really keep moving forward. You take action, and you are in charge of your life. Throat chakra. The angels are helping you lovingly speak your truth. So there could be healing needed around your throat chakra energy here. I do energy healings one-on-one on Zoom, so if you're interested in that, you can find my email in the description box. All the services I have here on the channel, guys, are things that I started creating because there was a need to, because of these readings. I started seeing a need to, and I just created based on my previous knowledge. I don't know why I'm going on a rant here, but numerology, astrology, energy healing, reading, channeling, these are all things that I do. So if you need anything, you can find my email in the description box. But I feel you need to know that if you're able to heal whatever is blocking you from speaking up and showing yourself, because you're meant to be seen. You're not meant to be hidden. You're meant to be seen. But the reason why you're fearful of being seen and you blend in with the background is because you're afraid to use your voice. And that's because, let's get some tarot, because we don't have the tarot, and I feel this is left for, and because we needed to look at this throat chakra thing. So Page of Pentacles, slow and steady wins the race, but you feel like you're at the beginning stages of something. It's like you don't go past the beginning stages, and you prefer to stay in the background. Two of Cups. You're very loving, you're very nurturing. Yeah, it's like you like to be in the supportive role, okay? Ten of Wands. Judgment. You were judged by someone you loved very dearly. That wasn't supposed to make you feel so bad for saying something that you said. Four of Wands. This was someone you lived with. Could have been family, could have been someone you lived with, could have been a partner who got you into self-sabotage mode because they were too ruthless with their words. They were too harsh and unforgiving. And this person was overwhelmed and burdened themselves, and they didn't have the ability to speak with love. So if you can forgive that in them and understand it had nothing to do with you, and it doesn't mean just because it happened, it's going to happen again. Okay? And even if it does, just know that, don't take it personally. It's not because you're doing something wrong. It's just because someone cannot understand, because they're going through their own self-sabotage issues themselves, within themselves. It's their problem, not yours, okay? So pile 3, beautiful message. I hope this resonated with you. I hope this was helpful. It was a pleasure to read for you today. Let me know how this resonates for you in the comment section. If it did not, choose another pile. Thank you for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. Extra content is on Patreon. It was a pleasure to read for you guys today. Bless you all. See you sometime soon. Bye, and until next time.